It's just Dallas's biggest talk station. That's all. No big deal. Oh, thank you. Stop it. Stop it. My next guest is absolutely fake, but just roll with me for a second here. We're welcoming in the great Vice President of the United States, Kamala Harris, is on the James Show. Kamala, welcome. I've never had the Vice President on the James Show before. Welcome.
Listen, it is an honor for me to be here with you, James. This is just even better than hanging out with Joe.
Well, the reason I wanted to have you on is I saw a great video that you actually had on social media today that was explaining some of your solutions to the immigration problem that's being debated in D.C. Tell me about your solutions.
Well, listen, the thing is when you have a problem, okay, you need to do a lot of different things. You need to create the problem. Excuse me, sorry. Not create it. You need to create a solution for the problem, okay? And when you create the solution for the problem, it is amazing for everyone involved, okay? And it is a step-by-step process that is just really going to fix the problem. So I'm so glad you asked that question. It's important, okay?
Well, the weird thing that happened this week that I wanted to ask you about, fake Kamala Harris, is Joe Biden, the guy at the top of your ticket, the president of the United States. He put out a video where some people are calling it pandering to the black community, where he sits down with a couple of black teenagers and their dad and has dinner with them. But I mean, he has fried chicken and asks them about basketball. And a lot of people found that cringy. As someone who's half black, did you find that video cringy yourself, Kamala?
Listen, I fully support Joe and all of the things that he does, okay? And what he was doing, okay, is very understandable, and he is relatable as he is part of the black community, and he really represents our people. As a member and as someone who cares. And I fully support Joe. And that being said, I'm also fully ready to step in and take over for Joe should that be necessary. Okay.
Oh, there's that delightful laugh. We all love that laugh, Kamal. It's not fake at all. So the rumors are a lot of people are starting to think that Biden may not be the nominee. Whether he wants to step down or not, it sounds like people are sort of trying to push him out. Do you think he's going to be the nominee, Kamala?
I resent any implications that Joe is not qualified to lead this country. Okay, there is no one better, more qualified than Joe Biden, other than me. Okay, I could do this, but I fully support and believe in Joe and what he is capable of. But even though I might be more capable, of course. You know what I'm saying?
I think so. I don't think I ever really know what you're saying. That some people call it vague. I think maybe it's just above my head because you're such a genius, Kamala. Another thing I wanted to ask you about, because you are so cool and hip on all these pop culture issues, is that the nominees came out for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And some of these are questionable. Do you think Mariah Carey and Sinead O'Connor deserve to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Kamala?
Well, listen, here's the thing, and full stop, okay? I love me some Mariah, okay? I love Mariah. Now, the other girl you're talking about, sure, but, it's not like my hip-hop guys, you know what I'm talking about?
No idea. No, I don't have any clue. Well, Kamala Harris, so if you don't become president next, what do you do after the White House? Whether you get reelected this year or not, are you even thinking about what comes in your life after being vice president?
Listen, I am confident, okay, completely 100% confident that I will be the next president of the United States, or the next vice president, or continuing vice president, or any of the possibilities are all things that I believe in the possibility of. Okay.
I didn't get any of that, but I appreciate your time. I mean, it sounds like you put in a lot of words to that, but I don't. I think all that fell through my fingers. I have no idea what you just said. All right, well, next issue then. The economy. There's a lot of people who, when you see the surveys, more than 60% of America think the economy is lackluster. However, some of the other numbers look pretty good. Why aren't you and Joe Biden getting credit for how good you're doing on the economy?
I'm so glad you asked that, because this is what I have been saying. We need to be taking the credit, okay, for the things that we have done, okay, the things that we are doing, and the things that we will be doing in the future, okay, in the past, in the present, and in the future. All of the things that we have done, we will continue to do for this country. Okay?
Well, thank you very much. That's Vice President Kamala Harris. All right, I want to talk to the lady behind the voice, Elsa Kurt. You do that so well, because this is actually really close to what she sounds like when I play real audio of her on the show.
Yeah, it's frightening. I hurt my own ears, so I apologize to your listening audience who are probably, their ears are probably bleeding right now. So sorry about that, guys.
So tell me a little bit about yourself. You host your own show on YouTube and whatnot. How can the people find more of your good work?
I do. Thank you. I'm on all of those darn social media platforms. Elsa Kurt Official on most of them. The Elsa Kurt Show here and there. ElsaKurt.com is my my website if they want to go find everything in one spot right there. And I love doing all these silly things. For me, the one good thing to come out of that darn pandemic was that silly TikTok, and that's where all this started. So yeah, it's been growing, and it's been a lot of fun. And when I'm not hurting my own ears, it's a great experience.
So do you do this voice to your husband? Do you annoy him with it?
Occasionally, I do. When he's not listening, if he's not paying attention, I throw on the Kamala voice, and it immediately brings him to tears. Poor guy.
See, I do some voices, and my wife's sick of hearing all of them. So what they've turned into is things that I use to make my kids just cringe themselves to death. So when we go through a drive-through, I'll order, as Al Gore, I'd like a number 1 with no cheese. And the kids are like, Dad, stop it, no. And so that's another little added fun you can have when you do the voices. Just use it to humiliate your kids, family, friends. It works in all kinds of different facets.
I love it. Absolutely.
All right,
what else are we going to do with it? Come on. We got to drive people nuts.
Yeah, well, we're going to do some more bits on the James Show coming up. But Elsa Kurt is her name. You've probably seen her on social media floating around. She's the blonde lady that sounds just like Kamala Harris and is hilarious. Your stuff's hilarious. I love it. Elsa Kurt, y'all. Give her another round of applause, studio audience. And then we got to take a break here. 800-288-WBAP, 800-288-9227. This is the James Show on News Talk 820 and now on 93.3 WBAP FM.